programming for EA Northern Europe, and just wow, what an expo so far! Like there's thousands of people, well, hundreds of people here, and it's looking brilliant. First of all, I want to talk about, you said some quite interesting facts about your market share. Now coming up, so you're 23% in the UK alone.
Yeah, that's right. It's similar in Ireland actually. We're up year on year, year to date, and actually on a rolling 12-month basis. But yeah, our shares up, and that's because we're making great games.
Yeah, got to say, looking at those, you're saying FIFA is up 25% like for like against PES. You're ultimately the challenger.
No, actually, it's more dramatic than that. So, 6 years ago, PES outsold FIFA in UK and Ireland. Launch weekends for both, FIFA was 25 times bigger. So they sold in the UK about 35,000, we sold 965,000. So it's an incredible transformation.
I was going to say, well, that brings me to the next one. So obviously, EA is known for going against the rivals, against the grain. So you have your FIFA versus your PES and Battlefield versus COD. On all levels, what we can see so far, EA is outstripping them mile for mile. So with Battlefield 3 now, which we'll be taking the guys through later, it looks amazing from what we've seen so far. How do you feel about that kind of whole rivalry? Is it a kind of a jib in the office, like, go on, we have to beat them?
You know, rivalry is great, isn't it? It's like the football derbies, you know, everyone wants to have someone that they can aim at, and you can't do it unless you've got a great product. And Battlefield 3 is proving to be unbelievable. The consumers will have a great experience when it comes their way Friday week. And so as long as you're credible with the content that you have, these battles are great fun, and I think they're great for the industry. And to be honest, you know, the first-person shooter market is big enough for a few more players in there, and we want a bit of that action.
Well, you're definitely doing that now with the biggest kind of hardcore gamers have kind of come against it, Syndicate. You're a reimagining of Syndicate. I have to say, it's gone from Bullfrog now over to yourselves, and it looks fantastic. I'd say that we saw a few screeners earlier, which we can't talk about just yet, but we'll release them later. And it just, how is that kind of taking something, and how you feel that the whole going against them?
It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, we're always looking at old franchises that were popular at their time and thinking about what can we do with that to make that credible and interesting and fun for today. And Syndicate's proven to be one of them, but with a very different design. You know, it was an RTS, and now it's much more action oriented. So you can have fun with some of these franchises. Again, you know, the franchise is one part, the quality and fun experience of the game is everything.
You gave us quite an interesting fact there about EA's digital revenue.
Yeah.
We had some interesting news came out there. What can you tell us about that?
Well, it's been a big bet, strategic direction over the last 4 years. And it takes time. It takes time to build the capability and build the infrastructure. Last year we had $833 million of digital revenue. We're expecting that in this fiscal year to increase by 20% to $1 billion. And you know, when you've launched content like The Sims Social, where within 4 weeks we had over 50 million monthly active users in 4 weeks, you can see that if you bring great content into a digital space, consumers want to play, and the virality of these games means they expand so quickly that we're not far off being the #1 game on The Sims Social on Facebook in no time at all. And that's just one element of our digital. So look at FIFA Ultimate Team, you buy the game, you buy packs, and you extend it into an online world of online matches and tournaments with new content. That really, we're seeing that's what consumers are after. But you've got to deliver, again, great content digitally for consumers to have it. But our projections on digital are up and up.
It recently came to light that, well, it's kind of a controversial talk at the moment, second-hand games. So the online passes that some of the other developers are bringing in. Has EA got any plans about this, basically? So limited content, the first person buys it, but then you go on the marketplace and you buy then a multiplayer pass.
Yeah, it's the other way around. So the games haven't got any less content in at all. What has changed is we know consumers want to engage in more content post-launch.
Yeah.
So if you've bought a second-hand game, you've activated the code, you are going to have to buy another pass if you bought a second-hand game.
Yeah.
But for the people that bought the new game, they'll have direct access to that content with a code that's in the game. So it's not about restricting content, it's about the content that becomes available to that consumer.
So now I have to ask this, you're known as a business genius in the games industry. Are you a gamer yourself?
I am.
Are you?
I am.
Okay, so 2 quick questions for you. One, what is that one game that turned you from a part-time gamer into the true gaming lifeblood that runs through you every time?
Yeah.
What one game made you that?
It's the one that makes you shout at the screen, I think.
Yeah.
And this is going to sound partisan, but genuinely for me it's FIFA. I'm a football fan, Derby fan, to put the record, and it's that ability to, live out your dreams of being a footballer for a start, but actually playing someone real online is just a magic experience, and equally frustrating and wonderful. And that's the thing that gets my heart going.
Brilliant. Well, look, the final question. If any game from the past that you could do, or from the future, or a film that you would just love to, that EA just goes, yes, we need to buy that intellectual property right now, what would it be?
Gosh, that's a question.
We've got to go couple people on that one. It's a bit of a tricky one.
Yeah, you have to give me a minute on that.
No worries.
Okay.
So, if there's that one game from past, present or future that you could go to EA and go, intellectual property, we buy it, we make it, we have to do it now, what would it be?
Okay, this will never get past our green light process, but as a lad I was a big fan of the Beano. I'd love to see those characters brought to life in a video game.
That would be brilliant, wouldn't it just? Keith, thank you very much, and I look all the best for the future in Christmas 2012, and I have a feeling EA will storm ahead with this.
Well, we hope so. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.